Hey guys, I got number 8 here that states determine the last natural number which can be written both as a sum of 16 consecutive positive integers and a sum of 17 consecutive positive integers. First thing that I did was I looked at the fact that it says the least natural number, and the least natural number just means the smallest positive integer. So that's nothing different from what we've dealt with before. And I remembered that there's a rule that if you take the last number and the first and the last number of whatever set of numbers you're trying to add, if you add the 1 and 16, you get 17, right? And then there's going to be 8 pairs in between 1 and 16. So we do 17 times 8, then you get 136. And that's what I'm showing here, because you have 1 and 16 is 17, 2 and 15 is 17, 3 and 14 is 17. That's why you can just multiply 17 times 8, because you can just take that 16 divided by 2, and then you get 8, so you know there's 8 pairs. You do the same thing with 1 and 17, except that 17 doesn't get divided by 2 evenly. So I wrote all these out to figure out that 9 is the extra number that you add at the end. So you get 153. And those are the two sums we're going to deal with. But, so then we have those two, right? But then I tried to figure out a common, just like a pattern, right? And so 1 through 16, so the 16 numbers in between all these sets, right? 2 through 17, 3 through 18, and you add 16 each time. 136 plus 16 is 152. So I saw this pattern, which means that this is probably the same as well, which it is. So this one only adds 17, which makes sense because it's 16 and 17. So then I figured out this equation here that states 16 of n plus 1 plus, and you want to use the two numbers that are closest to each other. So here you're going to start off with the 2 through 17, and here you're going to start off with the 1 through 17, because you want to use the two numbers that are closest. So, if you got a different set of numbers, what you want to do is you just want to take whatever this number is and keep adding. Like for me, it would have been 16. If you get 15, if you have 1 through 15, then you want to just keep adding 15 until it gets close to this one, but doesn't exceed it. So you're going to have 16 times n plus 1 plus 152. And then 17n plus 153. The reason there's this n plus 1 is because this number is 1 smaller than this one. And when you solve this all out, the n value that you get, you're going to multiply by the 17 to get the number. But in order for this to equal that, this value has to be 1 smaller than this one. So if you're doing this out and you want to figure out, because some of your numbers are going to be different, however many numbers this is apart from this one is what you're going to put here. So if this was 150 and this is 153, this would be 16n plus 3 plus 150, and then 17n plus 153. Okay? And then, so you have 16n plus 16, because I just distributed, plus 152 equals 17n plus 153. And then you have 16n plus 168, and just combine those two equals 17n plus 153. Just basic algebra, subtract, you're going to get n, subtract, and then n is going to equal 15. If I plug 15 back into, I just plugged into both. You only really have to plug it into one. 17 times 15, did that off to the side, you get 408, and that was just to show you that they're both 408. So yeah, that's it.